Welcome. Sorry for the delay, people. This is the Off the Wall show on IntellectualRadio.com. I am JB3, and to my left, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
What's up? B-Dub.
Oh, we got B-Dub in the house. And we got the mail section going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Guys talk.
Yeah, got talk on Intellectual Radio on, what is this? Off the Wall.
The missus, she wasn't feeling too good today. So hopefully she come in next week.
Right, yeah, she'll be all right. We gonna get it cracking, get it going real good. So
Uber, you got an Uber story for us today?
Yeah, we're gonna start off with the Uber story. Now this one is actually kind of funny though, because
last week's was funny.
Okay, well yeah, that one was kind of funny. Funny. Yeah, that was hilarious. Let's go. First of all, now the pickup I had was on a Friday. Okay. Picked him up. He was at the promontory. He went to go see Maya. Him and his girl. They was kicking it. They were, doing their thing.
Okay.
I never really looked at him too good. I'm actually kind of looking at her because she was cute. So
okay.
They was cool. I left it alone, and I'm driving. I take them from promontory to Hyde Park. Get to Hyde Park. My man goes, "Hey man, you want to go to Adriana's, man? We can come kick it." Like, all right, but no, that's where he was going.
Okay.
He was like, "Man, how did this work? I cut this off and then turn this back on. All right, cool. We could do that."
Okay.
So next thing you know, I take him to Adriana's. Not really looking at him. I'm just driving, whatever. Dropped him off at Adriana's. But during the conversation though, he found out, he was like, "Man, you sing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can sing a little bit." He was like, "Yeah, I can get you in the studio." Okay, cool. I mean, I know I got connections too. I can get in the studio whenever. So What's the deal? He's like, "No, I'm part owner of Adriana's."
You ain't say that.
Man, yeah, you didn't. So I'm like, okay, cool. We can work this out.
Part owner.
So he gave me his number, man. We'll talk. So he get out and do his thing. I'll go and pick up a couple of other fares. He was like, "Man, can you come back and pick me up at 2:00?" That's what I did.
Cool. So
I picked him up, riding in the back. This man, he's like, "Man, I'm blasted." Yada yada yada. He had, nice little fifth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he have to bring a chick with him? Or
no. She was at the crib. We left her there.
Okay.
He went to work.
Oh.
Okay, right. So he come back with a nice little good cognac.
Which I could leave work with a fifth. And
good cognac.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah, good cognac. Let's just say he gave me a swig. Okay. So he put something in the cup I had in the car. We going in about our business. I drop him off at the crib. Don't think anything of it. He was like, "Man, I'm gonna call you back in about a week." All right, cool. We're gonna do this again. Whatever. He calls me in a week. Next thing you know, I'm looking. He got his boy with him. I get to talking to him about the other little business venture I was telling you about. So he's intrigued and all, kind of talking about it. So, I still don't see this man's face. Not real good, but I know.
You couldn't pick him out from a crowd at this point.
He's like this in the car. Okay, so how can you really look at somebody and see what they look like?
Right.
So that's what it was.
Grown man, you ain't necessarily trying. Hey, lift the hat up.
Right. I'm not trying to pay attention to your facial features, whatever. So this is what happens. We riding. He was like, "Man, you want to come in and kick it with us for a little while?" I'm like,
"And Adriana's?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing to lose. But I got another question to ask you later on after this is over with, because it's hilarious. But the thing was, get in there, man. You know how it's hot in most clubs, and people get
a lot of black folk in a small confined area.
This man pulled his hat up and he wiped his face. When I finally seen that, bro, tell me why I hadn't seen this man in 30 years. Me and this man went to grammar school together, and we graduated from grammar school together. This was my best friend in grammar school.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. It turned out to be my very best friend. I hadn't seen him since. Okay. He introduced me to my prom date. Right. And it was crazy, but it was so funny. Like, man, dude, for real.
So clearly he hadn't seen your face.
He hadn't seen me at all.
So y'all was just two brothers
in the car.
Seen each other's faces at all.
Not at all.
Wow.
It was shock. I mean, he was like, "B?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I had to stand there and was like, "Man, you went to Fort Dearborn, didn't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, TD, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Man, DB too. I'm like, wait, we sitting there looking, wait a minute, dude.
Light bulbs going
all kinds of light
shooting
bulbs
stars, moonlight.
Shocked.
Wow.
Stupid shock.
That's crazy.
Yeah, next thing you know, we buy the bar up, we kicking it and
dope.
getting it in.
That's
so
dope.
Yeah. But the next thing is this. When did it become cool for women to wear dresses and Jordans?
That was always cool. That was always. They always did that.
When I was
I saw that in high school.
Gym
shoes and remember the jersey dresses.
Jersey dresses is different. But no, I'm talking about elegant. I mean, going
like
out
gowns,
cocktail glasses,
like nightgowns and some Air Force Ones.
Oh, dog.
Yeah, I mean, they out there.
It's over.
It's
over.
It's horrible.
Because I promise to God, like I'm standing there looking like these women have on all of these.
I mean, it is Adriana's though.
It is,
you
but
can't really have a high standard at Adriana.
I didn't know that.
Oh, Adriana's
I've been to Adriana's twice.
That's 2 times too many.
Yeah, it is apparently.
Oh, it's bad.
Because I'm standing there, I'm looking shocked, like, why are the? I mean, you got on this hot dress, but you got on some Jordans.
It's not. I don't want to disrespect anybody who's watching this and is a fan of Adriana's, but it's not necessarily, like white linen cloth.
Okay.
Not, it's the reason it's not downtown. And it's the reason it's out. Where is Adriana? It's
167th or something like that. But yeah, it's just, let's just say it's far out. And
there you go. It's a reason for that.
Man, that is crazy. That's crazy. Because I'm sitting there, my man was sitting there talking about how cracking it was. And it was. I mean,
nice. People come there. People have a good time. It gets popping. It's a lot. It's a big atmosphere. It's a lot of fights, though.
And no, it wasn't any fights that night. The last 2 times I didn't see or hear anything about the fights. But I mean, it was cool. It was a nice.
They usually have a lot of performances. I know Twisty.
Yeah, they got it in. Whoever was the DJs or whatever, they walking around bars and kicking it in. I was like, wow, this is hot.
It's a good, healthy atmosphere. It's a good party atmosphere.
Yeah.
You can't be, don't expect,
no,
some making goods or some Kerry Washington's type to
walk. No, and I didn't see any of those. I mean, don't get me wrong. There were like 2 or 3 that I was like,
in a sea of a few hundred.
Yeah. Seriously, that it shocked me to death. Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, like, there was one woman. She, nice little evening gown. She had on some heels. I was like, I actually looked and it was like, you are way too classy to be in here. What are you doing?
Did you make a wrong turn or something?
Yeah, for real. But she had 2 girls with her that actually dressed like that.
Oh, she was probably here for them.
Like, yeah, like you don't.
They brought out the house and she was that conservative friend, because everybody got that good friend. They just don't
Oh, and on top of that, like the night I picked my mans up from Adriana's and we kicked it and everything, one girl was standing outside and she heard my music and was like, "What you doing out here, cutie?" I'm like, "Well, I'm an Uber driver, and nothing spectacular, because I already see what kind of crowd it is, what kind of women is out here." But don't get me wrong, she was bad. I'm bore, and bore.
Win a chicken dinner.
Yeah. So I sat there and I ain't say nothing but like, yeah, I'm an Uber driver. She was like, "Oh, for real? I'm going out of town. Can I, get your number down?" And I gave her my number and she called me a week later.
Wow.
And I picked up from over here. I mean, it come to find out she's a model. Yeah, she do her thing.
Small world.
Yeah. And I didn't shoot my shot at all. It was just the fact that like, oh, I know people. You know what I mean?
So out there.
It was cool.
So something happened this week in sports. So I mean, she's not here,
Yeah, we could talk about it.
You sports, I'm sports. So Peyton Manning retired today.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, he's got one more year. I mean, I know, but at the same time, it's one of those. I've done all I could do. I've broken all these records.
Yeah.
I've won Super Bowls. I've been to the mountaintop. I've been to the Pro Bowl. I've been everything. I've done everything. What does that do
now? Because for the past 10, 15 years. Everybody has put Tom over him. Everybody put Marino over him.
They are.
So do you still, is he still under them?
Yep. To
me,
yeah.
Okay.
To me, I mean, because Tom Brady, he's more of a facilitator, even with all the deflate gates and all that kind of stuff.
He had the same coach.
Exactly.
Peyton had, 4? Every Super Bowl, he had a different coach.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Peyton is great as far as an athlete, but at the same time, right now, Peyton in his prime, hands down over.
It's crazy.
Yeah, hands down.
Last year was terrible.
Right. He needed the defense to take over.
It did.
So
defense took him to the promised land.
Right. So now, with that being said, there's no reason for him to come back. Because we saw the decline. Okay.
Yeah, we witnessed it. And then he left, and then the backup came in, did his thing, and the backup almost looked better than he did.
Exactly. So now it's like, okay, why even pull the whole Brett Favre thing?
Oh, the diva. I want to retire. Then I want to come back. I want to play for this team, and I don't want to play for y'all no more.
Or the don't want to retire and keep Aaron Rodgers on the bench, dude. Okay, we don't want to have that. So he did the right thing by saying, you know what, here's the reins. I'm good. Yeah. I'll holler. So that's what he did. But something else happened in sports too, though, man. Like they released the good old Matt Forte. Matt Forte is
which brings me to this. Chicago sports management. I don't want to say baseball, because recently the Cubs been doing their thing, but in particular the Bears and the Bulls. Over the years, how do you think? Because I think we have this reputation that we just don't make good moves.
We don't. We never have.
We don't make good trades.
Once we get something good, we don't know how to handle it.
It's like we have this good history of winning, and it's like we don't do nothing with it.
No, we don't. I mean, from basketball all the way down. From the Jordan era, they didn't know what to do with them. They didn't know how to manage them. We could have won 6 or 3 or 4 more, at least. But no, they didn't know how to manage them. So they just said, you know what? We got what we wanted. We got what we needed. We'll holler. So now with Matt Forte, but
you know where he went?
The Jets, right? He did sign with them.
He did.
Okay, I saw it was like the speculation of, but okay, so he did sign with the Jets. I'm just glad he didn't go to the Packers.
Everybody who leaves just goes to the Packers for some reason. That's crazy.
Yeah, but with that being said, though, I'm mad at Julius Peppers. That's who I'm mad at.
He was trash here, and he goes over there
and goes berserk.
He goes off, and he plays exceptionally well when he plays the Bears. That makes no sense.
But I mean, that was the game he had a chip on his shoulder. But Cedric Benson did the same thing to us when he went to Cincinnati. Cedric Benson had a career day when he came to play for the Bears, because they didn't believe in him anymore. And he goes out and have this outstanding career with Cincinnati.
Great career.
You know what I mean? Career year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So didn't he go to the Pro Bowl the next year or something like that? So for real?
He got better. I don't know what he's doing.
He didn't get better. He just got into a better scheme. Because he was still the same player. Because at first when he was with us, he was bulkier, and he was supposed to be like this what's his name? Ironhead Hayward kind of back.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just balling over people.
Right.
And it was cool and all, but we didn't want that. We had ultra back. You know what I mean? We had Raymond Harris.
Right.
So
you notice a lot of these young players are retiring.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson
retiring now. Marshawn Lynch retired. A few years ago, running back who was from University of Illinois, Rashard Mendenhall.
He did.
He retired.
But his was because his injuries. He got hurt.
You think so?
I know so. So here's the reason why. I am really good close friends with his cousin.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it was
injuries. It was like, man,
he's doing good for himself. Now he's like a creative writer, assistant writer for that show with The Rock.
Yeah.
Ballers.
He is a writer. I am a
he said he wanted to get into that when he retired too. So
I'm an avid watcher of the show.
It's a great show. It's like almost like Playmakers.
Right.
But not it was not as gritty and not as vulgar, and
No, Playmakers went too much. They just took it to
Playmakers. It was that line, and then Playmakers is like, oh, what line?
Right. So, exactly. But Ballers is okay. It's like the power of sports.
Yeah, it is. It bridges the gap.
Sports games, but sports movies rather. But I like Ballers.
You see both sides. You see actual football players.
Real talk.
Actually on the football field.
Real talk. And what is one of the other guys that's funny to me is one of the guys is Denzel Washington's son.
Right.
Now I was like, wow.
He's very impressive. Very good actor.
Yeah.
He's believable.
Once I found that out, though, I could see all the mannerisms. Like, it
comes out. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what you want to do. Yeah. He went through all of that. So
that's his father's son.
For real.
So do you think this trend in young athletes retiring is only temporary, or do you see cats doing this? Because it's the smart move in football. Because you got players like that take all that beating, and then they're not as bad as Ali, but you walking around, you can't even. You got body aching, your whole body's aching. So for longevity, it may be smart to retire somewhere around the age of 30. Because everybody's not Brett Favre. Everybody's not going to be 50.
They're not.
50 years old. Cal Ripken, 45, 50, still playing this game.
But baseball and football is entirely two different games.
But just that Iron Man,
That's true. But like you said, with the Roger Clemens of baseball and all that kind of stuff,
you can play. You play baseball until you're like 60.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you can throw a ball. If you can pitch 2 innings at the end of the game and be able to close and be consistent.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he didn't even travel.
He didn't.
He all his games was at home.
At home.
And that's
about
a luxury. That. I don't know anybody.
Think about that. And you making millions.
Yeah.
Every game, you just come to like, well, okay,
pitch,
I'm not going out of town. I'm gonna spend time with the kids. And then the beautiful thing about that is how pitches, in the rotations are. So he didn't have to travel anyway.
No.
It wasn't his turn to pitch.
Right. So it pitched like what? To 20 games, if that many?
You're right. No, it'll be more than that. I want to say like maybe 30 or 40 games. Okay. But because it's big to win 20 games in
right.
Yeah. So, but to pitch that many games, yeah, okay, I'm gonna come in, put butts in the seats, whatever, yada yada yada.
Right,
just to
you're still, an attraction. You can still
that's
get fan favorite.
That's it.
Reputation. So
that's the same reason Derrick Rose is on the team right now. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. So he's still good because he is killing the game right now.
He's on a great streak. So what do you think? I've never seen a hometown player get this much flack from his hometown. Is that more an attest to him? Is that Chicago?
That's Chicago as a whole. And because
we haven't had a player basically from here that played for us that was that good
and forever.
And so why would we were quick to turn our backs on him?
But here's the thing, though. You got to a lot of that stems from him just getting hurt all the time. Yeah. So it was like one of those. Oh my God, is he hurt again? Oh my God,
again.
He's hurt. Oh, he's hurt again. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, so now it's like, now here come all the little bogus memes coming out,
right?
Or memes or what they're called. Here come all these bogus memes of him in wheelchairs and the
crutches, the boot, the new arrows, which is a boot or whatever,
and the handicap symbols. All that kind of stuff came out.
It got out of hand.
Yeah, that's what happens. But that's social media in a whole. You know what I mean? And that's what's gonna happen with Derrick Rose. But at the same time, Derrick Rose has been killing lately. You know,
since the All-Star break, they shot 50%,
54% from 3-point,
and average like what
21, 22, something like that a game. So he's back. He's back basically.
You can still see it if you play. If you watch, he's still the quickest guy on the court.
Yeah,
he can still get to wherever he wants to go. He doesn't get as many fouls as he used to.
No,
I think that's more of an attest to the refs. I don't know. They're just not.
You know what? I don't know about that though, because the games I've seen is the fact that he gets to the bucket and they do call foul. But some of them games he does have to, cut the ref out.
Yeah,
like man, come on now.
I've seen plays where he got hammered.
Yeah,
no call. But that's the league. They blow calls
all the time.
All the time.
So it is what it is.
Gonna kick us to a break?
I was just getting ready to do that. We're gonna take a little quick break. This is Off the Wall show on IntellectualRadio.com. We will be right back.
What's up? This is IntellectualRadio.com. This is the Off the Wall show. I am your host, your co-host, B-Dub, and to my right,
I am JB3. What's going on, people? We are back.
So he was just showing me. So a cop wants to sue. What city is this?
I didn't see.
Well, a police officer wants to sue his police department for firing him due to resurfaced pictures of him affiliated with the KKK.
Seriously? Like, I'm sorry, but isn't that like a requirement? You have to be a racist to join.
I would think so.
because there's no way in the world.
If you cool with Negroes, they're not gonna let you in.
No,
I don't think that's I think that's a prerequisite to join. That you got to have some type of hate in you for
somewhere. I promise you. Like this is stupid to me. Because I want to be in the courtroom when when he presents this to him.
What leg could you stand on?
None.
Like because it says, I guess, him being a part of this group doesn't mean he's a racist, apparently.
Right.
And him being, a part of this group doesn't affect his job.
I'm sorry. That did you just like join just because of the perks?
Right. What, you just going for the white hood?
Yeah, man. Look, I got this DUI I'm trying to get rid of, man. You know what? I got it. I'm gonna join the Klan. That's it. I'm gonna do that.
What else could you get out of that?
Nothing.
You could have just joined a biker gang if you just wanted, a white hood or something.
Look,
you could have just bought one.
What could he possibly say in that courtroom?
What could he say?
Nothing.
I mean,
nothing. You gonna stand there and go, yeah, I don't hate anybody, but I just joined this hate group.
Right.
I'm not a racist, but I just joined this hate group. I love black people, but I just joined this hate group that hates
going
black
to church
people.
As an atheist.
Seriously, that's exactly what it is.
So I'm gonna go to this church, and faithfully, I'm an atheist. I don't believe nothing this preacher saying.
Nothing, but I'm gonna go.
But that's America.
I'm gonna pay my tithes too.
I'm gonna pay offering. I'm gonna contribute to the building fund.
Yeah, I'm gonna help them out.
I'm gonna help them out. I'm gonna go to cookouts.
And I'm gonna pray.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna go and do the whole nine. I don't believe nothing I'm saying. I'm just going just because.
Wow.
That's the whole spiel about all of this right here. I'm just gonna be an atheist, and I'm gonna hate everybody.
That's America for you. We can contradict ourselves. We can say one thing and do completely opposite. Because for some odd reason, Trump is still doing this whole presidency thing,
and I hate that.
He can still say and do whatever he wants, and somehow run a country with these people he's disrespected.
Mm-hmm.
With these people,
and they still voting for him. Like, I love you, Trump. I know you don't like me.
He wants to build a wall,
right,
to keep out immigrants.
Speaking of which, did you see this black dude that was campaigning for Trump? He was a black dude. He looked like Uncle Ruckus. I promise you, he did. But he was out front. It was one
of the rallies?
Stores. Yeah, one store. But he just was just going off about how Trump is doing all these for black people. He's keeping all these Mexicans out. Blah 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 blah. And then he slipped up and said it took 10 million for them to help me. Da 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 da. I was like, really? He slipped up and said this. But I'm thinking to myself, that's how much Trump done paid you.
I mean, everybody who is one of the minorities he's included in his, disrespect that are somehow supporting him. I'm sure they all got prices.
Of course.
The preachers that, had their little
and Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah. The two black women on the pulpit.
I'm talking show everybody what I think of them. I promise you, because I'm gonna show you, and it is hilarious to me.
I guess.
But matter of fact, have you ever seen the movie Moonwalker? Oh, okay. Yeah, you a little too young, bro. I'm sorry. But the movie Moonwalker is a Michael Jackson movie that he did back in the day. Okay. But it was a lot of claymation, and it was cutting edge back in the day. Okay. But there is an image of these two little fat things on bikes, but they're claymation. It is hilarious to me, and I wish my producer can pull it up on the screen for me, man. But oh my God, that is too funny to me. I gotta find this so I can show my co-host. This is too funny. But anyway,
but that's America.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You can still run this country not having any type of history in politics.
None.
First of all,
none.
I don't even think that's got to be a first for him to become president and not have any governor, senator, no type of political background. I don't even think he's practiced law at all.
No,
so
never. Not at all.
I mean, that's a testament in how far money can take you here. Mm-hmm. That's as far as how long your money can. If it's long enough, I guess it could buy you anything.
Of course it can. Of course it can. That's the American way and the American dream. Get enough money to do what I want to do.
Rally here though this week. He's supposed to be at UIC Pavilion.
Oh God!
So God knows how that's gonna go.
And you will see all the Klansmen and all the skinheads coming out of the woodwork. You'll see them.
I mean, that area is kind of heavily minority though. So for him to this kid went to Chicago State.
Yeah.
University of Chicago out in.
Yeah.
Chicago State in 95th.
Right.
With all the issues they going through.
Yeah, he could fight to keep it open. But
Right.
you don't want to do that. You know, that'd be too much like rape. I get that, but that's still. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't get down with the Trump. I'm sorry. It's just not gonna happen to me.
And it's at a point where I think now they're kind of tired of him now. Apparently, have you heard that? The Republican Party are like kind of like not feeling him anymore. Oh wow, that's exactly what it looks like.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I wish I could show. No, it's not gonna work.
That's great.
But anyway, but if anybody can Google,
that's bananas.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum on Michael Jackson Moonwalker. That's what them two ladies look like. That's supporting Trump. I promise you.
And God knows how many other people are supporting him under the table. Because he's paying all these people. And my thing is,
he doesn't need anybody. He doesn't need any support.
He got all the money
at all.
None of that.
Like he said, he can buy the presidency.
But I mean, we still vote for it though.
We do.
I mean, we still go to the polls, and I guess he's winning states, but he's winning the states where it's like 3 black folks, like Maine and like Delaware and all that. These rural areas of the United States where it's
Colorado.
like, okay, it's right. It's like, you have no exposure to a minority. So, I mean, it's bad that we still live in, 2016 and still areas like that. But
West Virginia,
we're not everywhere. So, that's not going to get him far. That's not, the entire nation. That's those are small little subsections of the nation that's able to support him.
Mm-hmm.
So I still don't even think he's gonna win because it's like you can't win off hate.
You can't.
And I saw something recently comparing him to Hitler.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
In the sense that Hitler was able to rile up people and get them to be so violent, just but his words alone, in his presence, he can ignite that type of rage. And you go to these Trump rallies, and it's like if you don't support him, they've kicked people out. They've kicked
especially black people. I've seen a bunch of stuff where they were sitting out there and they were just standing there. They'd come up to him like, "You got to go."
Right.
Like, wait a minute. Why?
I'm just here.
Like, how do you know? How do you know I'm not a Trump supporter? I mean, you got all these other people the black people on TV that support Trump. How do you know I don't support them? Right. But you're just kicking me out off of GP.
Off just cause.
So that just lets me know that these people are paid.
There's videos of minorities getting beat and getting just spat on and just getting physically just disrespected in front of cops, mind you.
Right.
Which is crazy because it's not like, these rallies of, police, textbook assault being, had in front of law enforcement is just beyond crazy.
So yeah, that bothers me and everybody else that is feeling the burn right now because I am loving Bernie Sanders.
He is though. I have a few issues with him in the sense of what took him so long to do this.
Well, that's the $64 million question.
You've been in politics for so long. You've seen bills get passed. You've seen laws get passed. You've seen all this pass you by. What made now so significant that you just wanted to jump into the presidential race now? And apparently he's been he's been in the middle. He's been neither Democratic or Republican for so long. And it's like now he's the Democratic. So it's like what?
Maybe it's just he got fed up. Because that's the way I see it. He just got tired. I mean, I know he's 74 now.
Yeah, he's up there.
You just get tired of sitting there going, look, man, I'm beat, man. I'm getting tired of this rhetoric that's going on between both sides. Y'all arguing over dumb stuff. So you know what? Here, let me step in here and show you what we do.
I mean, he's a real person. He comes off as a genuine person. He cares about issues. He talks about stuff that no politician has talked about, like racism,
right?
Systematic oppression. He's talking about issues and topics on his stage that have never been hidden, like never been spoken on. So that's crazy.
So I mean, and also he's not running that slander campaign.
Nah,
not at all.
He doesn't have to. They slander themselves.
For real. He doesn't have to say anything. He just saying like, look, you want to vote for them,
right,
or for me?
I mean,
and he's standing there with the same little goofy look.
Because he doesn't really have to say anything. I guess, especially with Hillary, she's backed by all types of corporations. She might as well walk up there with She might as well walk up there with ads, stitched on her lapels or something. and it's almost verbatim in how she handled that. I guess those Black Lives Matter protesters and how he handled it. Because they both got, black people came to their rallies and they wanted to say their piece.
Right.
They went to hers and she just completely
cut them off. You saw that.
Cut them off. She was like, "Okay, y'all got to go. Can I talk now?" She tried to talk over him. Same type of people went to Bernie. He stepped back. He gave them.
He let them talk.
He let them.
He
rally. This is his rally. That wasn't an open mic night.
No, not at all.
That wasn't.
Like, you know what? You want to be heard. This is what you want to talk about. Here you go.
And then
handle that and enjoy yourself. And
this
is
time.
the issue, right? This is the issue that you want to present to the people, because you are the people. Here you go.
There you go.
And they took over. So, but Bernie just sit back and voting for Bernie. I'm just going to say that.
Past weekend in primaries.
Okay. I mean, primaries to me don't count. It's like whatever. I'm not voting just to say that this is what the supporters say. I'm not going to vote until it's time to.
Right.
For what? I mean, just because right now, this is CNN's, I guess, sports talk. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is CNN and all the little
MSNBC and all of that.
For what? This is like their Super Bowl.
Basically, happens once every 4 years.
So no, for what? I'm not going into that. When it's time to, I go out there and punch my ticket and hold up. I voted. Yeah, I'm good. But for what? I'm not about to get into that political whole. Just So yeah, I'm good. But right now we're gonna take another little small quick break, man. We're gonna hurry up and get up out of here in a hot second. But this is Off the Wall Show on IntellectualRadio.com. We'll be right back. Welcome. We are back. This is the IntellectualRadio.com Off the Wall Show. We are back. I am JB3, and to my left is
B-Dub. What's going on?
What's happening, people? So yeah, we just we're having a good time right now. That's what we're doing. But you know what? Here's a question, man.
What's your question?
What do you think the Bears are going to do next season? And I know it's kind of early, and because we picked up the inside linebacker
for the Broncos. Yeah. We need an identity right now. Yeah, we got Danny Trevathan. That's his name. He's good. He was a solid defense. He's no Von Miller.
No,
but he's good. We need identity though, because we've been defense forever, and then we brought in the CFL coach. He did absolutely nothing. He got our defense. We had all this offensive talent. We had Matt Forte. We got great tight.
No, we don't have Matt Forte. I will say.
Brandon Marshall.
What's the boy name?
We got Marcellus Bennett.
No, we don't. We might not get Jimmy Graham. We
from Seattle.
Yeah,
I haven't heard about that. That'll be a nice pickup.
We might be picking up.
If he can stay healthy, we'd be good.
That'd true.
Because
right now he'd be the second coming to Jeremy Shockey to me. Not Jeremy Shockey. What's the other boy's name that's out
Tony
there?
Gonzalez?
No.
Oh.
He's in. He went to the Super Bowl. He was with us before. Tight end.
Oh, with Carolina.
Yes.
Oh,
I call him He-Man.
Greg Olsen. Long and blonde hair, big
right.
Caucasian guy.
Yeah.
He's got that.
He'd be the second coming to him. Jimmy, with his big upside. He's a big guy, big target.
Yeah.
Great hand. Jimmy Graham, yeah.
Definitely. We should get Arian.
Of the line, but at the same time, you need both of those.
You do.
So I'm sorry, it's just DeMarco Murray. He's not a flop, but at the same time, he needs help.
Yeah, definitely. He's not gonna get in Philly either.
No.
So I mean, definitely the Bears need an identity. We got pieces.
Who do you think that would help with that identity?
We need something. Obviously, we need to replace. If this is rookie that they trusted him with, he needs to show up.
Okay.
I don't like saying I'm
talking about on defense. What player or what position? Do you think we should?
I mean, linebacker is always the leader of a defense. Because we don't necessarily have that big name defensive lineman that we've had. In recent memory, we don't have a Julius Peppers.
No.
We let Jared Allen go, even though he wasn't doing nothing.
No, because he didn't fit in our scheme.
No,
he didn't fit in our scheme.
Maybe in the draft we grab somebody young and maybe he could surprise. Corner's not really gonna do nothing, but hopefully, the guy we got from Denver, brings over that championship leadership.
We'll see
that talent.
He's still young, so we that still remains to be seen. He wasn't the leader on that team either. No. So how you gonna bring leadership from a team that you wasn't the lead on?
True, but he just got a ring too, though.
The ring don't mean nothing. Jack Haley got a ring too with the Bulls.
So Lou Long got a ring too.
Exactly my point. Like he wasn't BJ Armstrong got a ring. He wasn't. Craig Hodges got a ring. So there's. What does that mean?
Did you see Osweiler's contract?
No.
Crazy. 4 years, 70-something million, 30 million guaranteed. This is a backup quarterback. A 4-year veteran.
Oh no, he's gonna be the starting quarterback. That's why they gave him that contract. But
that's off what 3 starts? How many starts? 3 or 4 starts?
Yeah, about
that's
maybe
a lot.
4. But
that's still 30 million guaranteed.
That's called IC potential.
That's a lot of potential.
Do you know what that is? That's that LeBron contract. And like he got $90 million before he picked up a basketball.
That's true. That was
so
all faith.
You didn't know
that was all faith.
That's exactly what this is.
He could have flopped.
He could have been terrible. He could have been one of the baby Bulls.
Oh, Marcus, one of the Marcus Feisers.
He could have not him. What's that boy's name?
Eddie Curry.
Yes. He could have been Eddie Curry. Biggest Shaq, strongest Shaq.
Just not Shaq.
Just not Shaq.
Not at all.
So yeah, and they gave that boy all that money, but I think I don't think he was just all smart.
But he went around a few teams too. And he left because he had a condition with his heart, something like that.
I think we gonna go with that, but I just think he couldn't grasp a playbook.
Since we still on Chicago, the Bulls are trying to get out of this rut.
They are.
Do you still think they're gonna make playoffs?
Yes, I have faith in my team. I do. I do believe the Bulls are going to win the first round. Actually, if they're going to get to the playoffs and they're going to win the first round, I see them beating Cleveland. Yeah, I know that was a bold statement, but I know that was an extremely bold statement.
We can't seem to be Charlotte, but you think we could be?
Yeah, because we seem to show up when it's time to.
We missing Jokum though.
So he gonna be out for the rest of the season.
We gotta be healthy though.
That's true.
We gotta be healthy. We gotta
because you got
Jimmy
big
Cram,
buckets.
he's seeing a specialist or getting a second opinion over his knee or something like that.
That's true. But I'm talking about McDermott. He has been beasting. And it's not in his shooting. He has been dunking over people.
Yeah.
Left and right.
Where's that coming from?
Because he said he can do it, and y'all didn't know I could do it, so I'm gonna show you I could do it.
He's still surprising us, and I guess it wasn't temporary, as he keeps doing.
Exactly, and he been dunking on people, yamming people like he Randy Brown or somebody.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
you know what? this has been a great show, man.
Definitely.
For real. So coming up next is the Mass Appeal Show. This has been the Off the Wall Show on IntellectualRadio.com. And we are out of here. Peace.